Back on the back bike build. Let's see if we can get this thing running, eh? So I've got the tray out of the back and I need to hook up the throttle cable. Just got a twist throttle on the handlebar there. I've got these long cables from the bike shop, but I need to pull these carbs off anyway to clean them, so let's do that. Just have to make sure that this diaphragm in here is not ripped, otherwise you won't go. That looks fine. I'll check the other ones. Next thing is to take all of these bowls up. I did a test start when I first started working on this thing, and they were flooding, so there's a blockage somewhere. So let's take those off. A bit yucky, not too bad. It's a bit sticky. Very unusual looking setup we got here for the float and that. Haven't seen one like this before. Don't know what this thing is. Oh, good, didn't break it. That's what you don't want. Something I do, which seems to work, is they get gunk in the seat. So if you spin these around in the seat, it kind of wears like a channel for them. This is my theory anyway. It seems to work. Looks like this one here was the problem. Got some gunk stuck in there. I'm pretty happy with the carburetors. I think they're going to work. Now to set up the throttle cable. I've taken this piece off the other throttle cable. Let me get this bit out. Oh, it doesn't fit. Why does everything have to be so hard? There we go. These are ready to put back on. Before I get too carried away with the wiring, I want to make sure I've got it hooked up right. I mean, it's all in the box, and I think I've got everything plugged in, but I'm going to take a plug to see if we get spark, eh? That one's sparking. Okay, I've been playing with this for quite a while to make sure I've got the wiring right, and there was no spark. But I realised the spark plug's not working. That's what the problem is. Thanks, spark plug. There goes an hour of my life I'll never get back. Alright, I found this old starter here that I've wired into an old extension cord, which I've wired back to here, and I can figure out how to use this key now. On. And start. It turns out the plug was okay. What the problem was is I crunched this wire underneath here when I did the coil up, so it was shorting, and this coil was going Chernobyl, mate. She was about to have a meltdown, but it's sweet now, it's working. Not quite the nicest wiring job. Oh, can't see it now. That's good. Oh, my fuel tank has a leak in it. Great. So the tank's got a little hole in it. Thankfully, I've got another tank spare, exactly the same, and I put that in. Hooray, luckily I'm a hoarder. we've got a little drip here happening under number 2 carburetor, so I'll have to take those back off. But before I get too carried away with revving it up and carrying on, first of all I need the air filter, but I need to run these oil lines so they don't hit the exhaust like they are now. These are going to get hot and melt. So that means I probably should mount this somewhere, the oil cooler. This is actually the first time I've sat in here with a helmet, and it just clears. Looks like I'm going to have to put the oil cooler quite far back, so I don't want to smash it with my helmet. The air will scoop around my helmet into it. So that's mounted off there, just off those spaces off the seat, but it's a bit wobbly. Also, what I should probably do is make a bit of a scoop, which will act as a brace as well, so it'll scoop more air in to the oil cooler. Let's get that going. Okay, I got the vent thing in there, doesn't look too bad. That should really direct a bit more airflow through that oil cooler, and then the rest will go down to the motor. Here's my clutch cable extension. It's working, but it feels a bit weird. I hope the clutch is working properly. It might be stuck. I've taken that carburetor off, fixed the leak. She runs way better with the air filter on. So it's running on all 4 cylinders now, as you heard, and it seems like it's going to full throttle. So what do I do now? Got a rock and rolling motor here. Just showing you guys, this battery doesn't have enough power to start it. It's old and tiny, so I'm jumping it with this battery back here to get a bit more power. It was stalling every time you put it in gear, so what I had to do, where is this stupid thing? What I had to do was put this stand sensor on. It's just taped shut, so that has to be plugged in before you can put it in gear so it doesn't stall. So now it works, yay. Alright, don't know if I showed, but this cover goes on here, and I'll just have the bare minimum wires coming out of there. So on that startup we had a big issue here. Some tacks have broken on this drive shaft. I can see I'm probably going to need to brace this up a bit in this area because this is going to be under a lot of load. I know what you guys are thinking, just take it out for a hoon. She's nowhere near ready. Everything is just tacked together, so I might go around and stitch as much as I can without fully disassembling the whole thing, so I'll probably need to change some stuff. I've got an intake printing out. Hopefully it looks like this, and that'll just plug in there, hook around and scoop air from back here somewhere. Thanks for watching, guys. Great to get it running, and hopefully next time we can go for a bit of a test ride, eh? See you in the next one.